This is Susan Clark, our assistant designer in Pagosa Springs, Colorado. Susan has come up with an incredible way of chain piecing flying geese. She calls it continuous flying geese, where flying geese blocks are stacked on each other. And we're going to show you how quick and easy this is. This is our well-known design called Flying Home. As you can see, it requires many rows of flying geese. Susan's method shows you how to construct these in continuous rows that can be made in a very short period of time. When making the Flying Home quilt, we chain pieced the flying geese blocks in this manner, sewing diagonal or snowball corners on one side, cutting threads, then pressing and trimming seams. Next, they have to be turned around. You sew the other side and do the same thing again. With Susan's method, you're making the row as you go, which also eliminates bulk in the seams. We are giving quilters a choice, especially beginners, who need to study everything that is available to them so that they can decide what works best for them. With this method, there are no lines to draw, especially on the bias, and no grids to make. No specialized rulers to purchase, which can often lead to size limitations. No waste of time squaring anything up or cutting drawn or pressed lines apart. And once again, no bulk in the seams. Leave the others who are still scoring up in the dust while you are chaining several completed blocks together.
For the first unit of the flying geese, I'm going to take a light square, place it on a dark rectangle. I'm going to stitch from corner to corner with the point on the center line of the angler. I'm going to press the seam. First I set my stitches. I'm going to press to the corner. If the triangle matches at the sides, you can trim away both pieces of the back with a 1/4 inch seam. I'm going to make another diagonal corner on the other side in the opposite direction. Place the pieces right sides together, raw edges matching. We're going to stitch from corner to corner, again with the point on the center line of the angler. Set my stitches, press the corner over, and if the raw edges match, trim both layers, and there is a flying geese. For the second flying geese, I'm placing a rectangle, right sides facing, raw edges matching, at the point of the first flying geese. I'm going to stitch a 1/4 inch seam following the black line on the angler. If you can see the black line, you're getting a scant 1/4 inch seam. I'm going to press the seam towards the rectangle To make continuous flying geese, I am going to sew another set of diagonal corners on top of the rectangle. After each rectangle is joined, I am adding diagonal corners to avoid matching bulky seams later. I am going to do one more just so that you can see again how it's done. This time I'll be quiet because I'm having a hard time talking and sewing at the same time. And there you have continuous flying geese.
For more blocks and videos using this and other techniques, visit pamsclub.com.